before the video begins, I just want to let you know that this entire video footage does not belong to me. It belongs to the original creator. If you want to see the original creator's video, link is in the description for you to go check out without my voice involved. And there's going to be a lot of bad stuff happening, so keep away if you aren't interested, and that'll be it. So, but if you're in for the action, enjoy. Is it recording? Okay, it's recording. Let's get this over with. Let's get this started. You know what? Let's get rid of the frickin' chat thing. Okay, so we're back doing a reaction video, and it's on one of the most hated TV shows ever made. Why Tomas and Friends All Engines Go is a train wreck. So let's get this started. Yeah, it's sorry for that. It's just that I've been busy, ready to get my lunch already, and all that stuff. So got the gang all together. Yeah, I got my lunch with me, so I'm gonna eat and do a reaction.
Tonight, a reboot that has ruined your childhood, a cartoon that is worse than modern Family Guy, and there's no chance that they will make Thomas great again.
Nope. They ruined it. Oh, and
This is not entertainment! It is absolutely disgraceful and unacceptable on every single level! They've really done it now!
yeah.
I wish this piece of scrap would be destroyed! But I cannot do this alone!
You're gonna need some backup. Oh, and I hope my best friend will show up and see this.
Seven odd individuals who are planning to tackle this atrocity too? Precisely. Perfect.
Well, that's just great. I'm extremely late on this stuff. It's like I'm watching a live-action movie with this headphone set. So yeah, I haven't seen the show myself.
To introduce themselves quickly, please.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Welcome back to the I'm just kidding everyone. It's me, Tamatoa Gaming, the 7th
Not gonna
member
lie,
of the
that was
Stardust
actually a good
Crusaders.
impression of Markiplier.
Nice to meet you again now. And nice
Also,
to
he
meet all of your
became
viewers here.
origami?
Now, who else is coming over to this event?
How could this next atrocity get worse than modern Family Guy? Family Guy nowadays was bad enough for how cruel it was. But none of that matters because not only are there other bad cartoons that are worse than this, but there are two more
Like my
cartoons
most
I
hated show.
despise even more. And good God, I'm gonna hate this next one.
You brought yourself into this.
Oh
It's time
boy,
to finish
I'm
the
not
job.
looking forward to this next atrocity. Anyways, Dogseen Dog 6, or nowadays known as Super DED6 Galaxy, is back again and about time too. Before we go any further, there's a cartoon that deserves far more hate than, say, Teen Titans Go.
I already hate that
Before we say
show.
its name, we've got a new guest who officially made his debut in a Super Origami Kingdom video. And his name is Trains Alex Car Studios 2003!
I've watched a few of this stuff.
Hello everyone, pleasure to be on this show, and mostly call me Alex, but for the better time, call me Trains
So we
Alex.
got
I'm a fan of many shows and themes,
Alex,
but since I have been
Niall,
able to arrive,
Dogseen
I am
Dog
so glad to
6,
be in the spotlight
and
with
Tamatoa Gaming
everyone.
Everyone's here.
Hello again to all. It's me, Jurassic Verse 64. a Let's Player and Lucina lover. Please,
You know what?
call me Jurassic for short. Oh yeah, T. I also wanted to thank you and Fangirl for inviting me to the previous group rant, since you two are also the main SOK characters, along with DED6 and Nile.
No problem, man. Anyways, it's time to introduce
Wish I
two of
could
my
join in the
friends
group,
to give me
but,
permission
I'm
to
fine
join
with
this
just,
event.
watching.
Give it up for Jason Gomez the Dinosaur and Astro Boy.
You'll be on your way.
Hello, guys. Jason Gomez the Dinosaur here again.
What's up?
I'm glad to be here again.
I heard
Last
that this
time,
one is
I
going to be a
joined the
bit
group
shorter
rant
than
with
the
my
Surf's
friends that we did a
2
rant about
rant.
Surf's Up 2 Wave Mania. The worst movie, actually commercial. But I'm glad to be here again.
Why that movie exists is beyond me.
What is up, my Robo crew? It's your boy, Astro Boy, known as Astro Boy Productions.
Hello.
And this is my first time joining the group rant in Super Origami Kingdom. Also, Jason invited me to the group rant. And we're glad to have you here, Tamatoa.
Oh boy.
Yep, glad to have you here that you joined the rant in Surf's Up 2.
Well. You seven are not the only ones to talk about what today's category is.
Who's that? Show yourself!
Right here.
Oh boy.
Blue Puffball's worst enemy. Right, Pinchy?
Oh my gosh.
So, you're the ones who review bad media and wish them to be destroyed? I thought so. Alright, listen up! If you are talking about this next atrocity, then I have no problem turning it into scrap. But before we do, shall we get to today's category?
Let's get to it.
Today's category is none other than that one particular show from our childhood, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Tomas and Friends was my very childhood back in the day. I used to play with all those wooden toy models
I've
tracks
seen.
that you can assemble.
Okay, a little
and
history.
many
I've seen a
characters
couple
from
of
said show.
Thomas and
I even
used to
remember
have
going
toys,
to a Thomas theme park
but
a long time
I haven't
ago.
watched much of the
I
franchise.
even used to watch
So,
movies and
I
shows
don't
on
have
VHS
any
and on
official
TV.
true
Those were
thoughts
the
to the
good old
series,
days.
but
You had
I can
the
understand why
classic
people like
era
it.
when they used models, and the CGI era. In fact, I even went to the Liberty Science Center where they have an actual Thomas exhibit.
Mostly everyone knows Thomas and Friends. I even remember watching this nostalgia back when I was little.
The old days have been good to me. And guess what? I made my debut in Thomas and the Magic Railroad as the main villain. I really mean business and I love being evil. Well, in Colonial Engines, I was a lot less villainous than before, but I still caused more trouble in Day of the Diesels, and in my latest appearance, I stole some Christmas decorations. I really wish I had more appearances outside of movies, but despite that, I don't
My guy's a
think
villain in
franchise
some of the
could
TV
get
shows,
any worse. Can it?
Yeah.
But as we move forward, it was
Oh, and we're
canceled
getting
at
to
the
the
end of
part
season 24.
where we saw the
Sad
premiere.
moment right there. But Thomas and Friends returned as a 2D animated reboot, and
Oh
let
boy.
me tell you, it was just absolutely beyond abysmal.
What is that?
What?
It's just a skunk. A skunk?
What?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are they out of their mind?
Yeah?
So let me get this straight. After several months of hiatus, Mattel decided not to continue where season 24 left off, and instead replace it all with a shitty animated reboot. With shitty 2D animation, shitty characters,
Why?
shitty stories, shitty songs, and shitty everything.
Oh Oh
Just
my
why?
God. Before we really get
Why didn't they
started, let's talk about
continue?
the reboot
Like, I
sequel.
heard
A
the
reboot
newer seasons
is
were, like,
taking a property
bad
or show
because
that was popular and loved by many people
of what happened. I haven't
years
seen
ago,
them, but
and then bringing it
what the?
back to modern day television.
They're
We
just
had some
babifying, like,
decent
these
and
TV
good
shows
reboots,
that
like
used to be
the
serious, and to me,
2020
it just kind of
Animaniacs,
annoyed me.
Thunderbirds Are Go,
But maybe some of them are
She-Ra,
kind of fine.
Morph, Danger Mouse, 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I actually
and
kind of like that
DuckTales.
show. And this
But
one.
then we have some bad and awful reboots like CGI Bob the Builder, Teen Titans Go,
Eh.
and 2016 Powerpuff Girls.
Don't care.
Why?
And this is one of them! Why do we call this a reboot, or rather spin-off, instead of just season 25 onwards? Because this feels like we're watching a completely different show.
It
and
looks
makes the
completely
other
different.
bad
It's
reboots
entirely
look
different.
harmless by comparison.
Excuse me.
Not just that, it feels like we're watching a YouTube series of Thomas.
Like those
If you
YouTube
remember those
kids
types of
shows.
videos from several years ago,
Oh, the
ones with wacky
cringe.
expressions, cartoon sound effects, and slapstick humor. And thankfully, those were not official to the Thomas series, but here it has actually come to life. No wonder parents, kids, and the entire media were outraged by this when it was first announced.
I
I'd
agree
be
with
outraged
Dog
as
City
well,
Dog 6.
because
All Engines Go is
this is
not the
just-
Thomas and Friends we all know.
All Engines Go is by far the worst show that I ever watched in my entire life. I only love
saw a
the
review
real
of someone
CGI
who
series, but not
discussed
this
this.
reboot.
And I'm not going to rage as much as the previous rant in this channel this time, because even if I see the biggest problems with this show, one show is far worse than this, and Niall will mention this later.
I am also saving my energy for something really big later on.
But I ain't got time to talk about something that is considered off topic. Let's get this over with, because Peach and I have been dying to destroy this atrocity big time.
Now, before we begin, if you don't want to watch us go insane, even though I won't, then please leave and don't watch the video. But if
I'm
you
fine.
are,
I'm
then
good.
enjoy. Here's why
I
All
brought my
Engines
stuff.
Go is a train wreck. No pun intended.
They ruined my best friend's childhood. They just had to make this. Just why? To me, there's no way I would like it. Even if I were to watch this, no way.
Cause confusion and delay.
Oh my lord! There are so many things wrong with this reboot that we don't even know where to start. I suppose we shall start with the beginning because that's the first thing we talk about. The idea behind All Engines Go. Straight after the end of the CGI series, which ended on a really low note, suddenly transitioning into a cliche 2D animated cartoon is just... oh.
What?
Now, I have not watched as many All Engines Go episodes, and I'm probably not gonna plan to watch them myself, judging by the audience ratings, reviews, and the bashful screenshots of the horror details.
Just look at this.
Shouldn't
This
it all
looks
be for real, though?
stupid.
They are all
What the
trains.
hell?
Trains don't move from physics. Only
They
the
break
characters
that.
from cars are allowed to do that, because at least the train characters from cars move in a single line on the train tracks, unlike what Mattel did with all
Like,
of the
look at
train
this.
characters
This is
in this
stupid.
atrocity.
My God! What have they done to our favorite tank engines?
Look at how they massacred
This
our
looks like
boy.
something you would find on those cheap YouTube Kids videos.
Yep.
But
And I
then
hate
again,
those.
most of those YouTube Kids videos are just...
Don't get me started
I
on
don't want to go
those.
into too much detail with that,
Just
because we are here to
Don't.
talk about All Engines Go. Mattel massacred them all horribly. Even Hungry Shark Evolution and Hungry Shark World look so much better than these videos and that show.
even
They
if I
literally
wasn't a huge fan of the
butchered
game,
everything. Just
I mostly found it
why?
okay.
And this show is still going apparently and is on Netflix.
Yeah, like I'm never gonna watch that on Netflix.
Nonsense, unnecessary, and completely nonsensical.
Before we go and talk about things wrong in this reboot, I don't really swear much. Same goes for Astro Boy. Now, let's talk about this reboot.
Let me tell you how this all started, guys. You see,
What the hell
Orange
happened?
Go came out on September
why?
13th, 2021, 2 years ago. When we see Thomas and his friends, they do not look like they are from the real and CGI series. Instead, they decided to turn Thomas and his friends into kid trains. Like, what the heck is wrong with them? What happened to the
Adults
original
watch
series
this
of Thomas
show
and Friends?
and,
We want
like-
more of them, not this reboot garbage.
Some bad cartoons at least wait a little while before they start sucking. But oh no, not this one. This starts sucking almost immediately. Now then, let's address the main problems with the reboot and everything they did wrong. Shall we, folks?
Yes.
Alright then.
Let's get started.
Let's do it.
We shall.
Show this stupid show.
Go to hell before you die.
Let's begin with everything that is wrong with this god-awful reboot. Let me tell you this. At least the Mario 1993 film is better than All Engines Go because the film is so bad that it's funny to watch. I owe the 1993 Mario movie an apology now for renting
At least
But with
that
All Engines
movie
Go,
isn't like canon to
Christ.
Mario.
This reboot of a
But
show
this?
sucks ass.
It's not the first time I've seen a putrid reboot of a kid's show. The Bob the Builder reboot show came before All Engines Go. First, the Bob the Builder reboot.
And I didn't
now
even know
this.
the Bob the Builder
What's
reboot
next?
exists at
Another
all.
reboot that involves the
Oh, no,
Teletubbies
get that
and
way,
the
get that way, get
Nickelodeon
that way. I
2D
hate Teletubbies,
animation
I hate Teletubbies. Get that off my screen, get that off my
sentences.
screen. Get out here. Go,
I
go,
hope
go,
that
go,
doesn't
go,
happen.
go.
If it does,
If it does,
then give that fault to the goddamn Thomas and Friends.
if that
reboot.
happens, I will go on a
Alright.
massive frenzy.
So
I
that
will
doctor
go on a
started
massive
talking about the
frenzy
reboot.
if Teletubbies
Want
get
to know how
reboot.
many he
No.
counts in the reboot? He counts 50 that there's everything wrong about the reboot. Me and my friends agree with that doctor. Not only that, we seen
Everything!
Let's talk about the intro. Oh my god. The iconic Thomas and Friends intro was amazing from both original and the CGI, but the reboot. It's like the most annoying intro I have ever heard in my lifetime.
Oh, great.
What the
What?
Thomas had never seen such bullshit before.
Alex is right.
This
the
is
intro
just-
is so f***ing annoying. Why do they have to make an intro like this one? The intros from the original and CGI series are way better than the annoying reboot intro.
Good classic music,
And do you all
very
want to know
simple,
how long
just the way we
intro
like
is?
it.
It's 1 minute and 27 seconds.
A minute?
Meant to be 30 seconds long. To people who make intros on YouTube, listen up. Intros should be shorter and outros should be longer so that you can jump into the content faster. Got it?
I got it,
It's not
dude.
even an intro.
I'm gonna
It's
make
not even
my
good.
intro,
The
the
intro is
40-second
really annoying.
intro
I heard
channel,
that it's their new intro
a
from
lot
now on.
shorter.
Why would they say
40
it's their
seconds
intro?
is probably
I
a
love
bit
the
too much, but I'm
original
gonna
and
make it
the
shorter.
series, but
If I
not
do
this one. Not this
my
annoying
countdown
reboot.
list. Sorry.
What else did they do wrong? Oh yes! They defy the laws of realism! Look at this! The engines
the
can jump and turn around without the need of a turntable. They use wheels as hands
Look, I
and
get it.
legs. They
Cartoons
bounce off around
and
the
such
nearest
for
track.
babies.
The engines have no
But if you're
side
basing
rods, no
a
crew
freaking
members,
show
rolling stock
off of something
like
that was
coaches and
realistic,
trucks can
that
move on their
doesn't
own.
work.
Make obstacle courses anything.
Just
but it's
look
not
at
just
this.
defying the laws of realism. Oh no.
Defying
they also
physics
defy
is-
the laws of physics too.
All
How
the engines
do you
using their
ruin-
wheels as limbs?
Look at this.
It's definitely something you would
Why
see
are
in
they
all
using
three Cars movies. And
wheels as
cartoon shows like
limbs?
Looney Tunes,
Trains can't
Pink
do
Panther,
that.
And Tom and Jerry. But at least those worked for their standards.
Yep.
But here, this is way beyond broken laws of physics. And I have seen shows where even reality itself is broken.
Oh yeah, what Jurassic said. When they switched on a track, they used their wheels to flip a switch. And look at this picture that Jason found.
What
It
is
shows
this
Reboot
mess?
Thomas acting like a superhero. What trains can do that? And to make matters worse, when they back up, they look
This is
back.
just
Someone
embarrassing.
this stupid makes something like that.
Oh my gosh! This is so embarrassing! This is so stupid! It's so stupid!
The answer is nobody. Not even Thomas.
Now,
Oh my
I wanted to say
gosh.
this. Why don't they have their side rods? They are important to all steam trains.
Yeah, it's the only way to keep the, like, wheels moving. That's how it's supposed to work.
That's what a side rod does on a steam train. They shouldn't make it right for the Reboot characters.
Also, why don't Reboot Thomas and Friends have their drivers and firemen? They're important too!
Let's go back to
In
the
Old
original.
Iron, James didn't have a driver or fireman because two boys fiddled with his controls, which caused him to get into a runaway, but he was saved thanks to the efforts of Edward. In the runaway, Thomas was in a runaway and he didn't have a driver and fireman as well.
They used
and in
toy
Percy
models
runs
and
away,
such, and to
Gordon
me,
was
that's
inches away from
creative.
Percy. And then Percy started going backwards really fast. That's what happens when engines don't have a driver and fireman.
I bet the new generation
Like,
Thomas fans would
it
wanna
makes
watch
more
the
sense.
old
They are being real with the show, and it was the iconic stuff.
The episodes themselves are really cliche and unoriginal. The plot lines from each story are
Oh
stuff
no,
we've seen
getting
so
chased
many
by a
times from movies
boulder.
and cartoons
Whatever
that are
shall we
already more
do?
superior than this.
Ah.
Such examples include space, dragons, spies, theme parks, superheroes, camping, treasure maps, scavenger hunts, and balloons? What is this madness?
Let's go all the way back to the
They really
beginning,
wanted to
before these
babyfy
bourbons
this
showed up
show for
recently.
little
In the
kids.
movie, Thomas and
They just
Friends, The
forgot
Adventure
what
Begins,
made the show
was new
good
to
in the
sort of,
first place for, like,
but in episode
classic
1,
fans
in
and
Real
such,
Thomas
and
Friends,
it's
the
just
narrator introduces
it's
Thomas,
just
as
stupid.
well as Gordon. Now, this is episode 1, A Thomas Promise.
Oh,
First
great.
thing, the title. The title makes no sense. A Thomas Promise? This has to be one of the stupidest rhyming titles I've ever heard. As the episode begins,
Sounds like they try to
did it show
rhyme
the
with
same
that.
origins of the Thomas series? No! They didn't do the same thing. It's just Thomas slacking off and playing with stacked bricks. No conductor would play something like that. They would get their asses fired and be put into community service if
Look
destruction
at this.
happens.
This is stupid.
Some stories were rehashed
Also, why
from
does
either
Thomas
episodes that are
look like a
classics or the kind of
child?
episodes that are horrible on their own, like Edward Strikes Out, Scholarly
Like,
the Brave,
didn't he
Wonky
look
Whistle,
much older?
etc. For
Yeah,
instance,
he
the
does.
episode Ghost Train. Does that title look familiar to you? Of course it does! It's a lazy rehash of the same episode title from season 2 of the classic series! And the first episode,
How?
Thomas Promise, with both Thomas and Diesel, is actually a rehash from the season 12 episode Don't Go Back, which was already bad enough with an equally bad message. What makes it worse is that this is the first episode! Also,
Oh my
License
gosh.
to Deliver. Really? Making a
So
spoof of License to Kill? That's
original.
just how we like our childhood. Dismantled. And then repainting it to something nowhere near as good!
Here's something I don't understand.
I'm just
I
face
saw
palming
heavy
at these
stuff on the
moments
cars.
because I'm
How
just
can little train kids pull heavy cars? Did
because
the
they have
kids
to break
trains
laws of
exercise?
physics, Niall.
Do you know what that is called? That is called unrealism. Unrealism is a state of three things.
Look, I
The lack
can
of
let
realism,
slide
the fear of
cartoon
verisimilitude,
stuff breaking laws of
and the
physics,
ineptitude
especially in video
dealing with
games.
reality.
But there are moments
Here's
where
an example I found. You
this
see,
doesn't
I was
work.
watching a compilation video on the trains crashing in All Engines Go. If you have never seen how the train crashes, this is the footage of what the train crash looks like in real
That
life.
is-
And the original CGI does a lot of similar crashes from real life because
Yeah, that
of
is
how well
hard.
they paid attention to real life.
But do not be be surprised.
Sorry if I'm moving around the
From the legends
microphone.
don't look like from the compilation. Because in the compilation video, we have Thomas
How does
jumping
this
up and
work?
down, dodging the rock slide until he hits a rock, which causes him to leap and crash down the hill.
Okay, his ass should have been dead.
Has our society come to?
His ass should have been dead.
I mean, if trains were to actually leap crash in real life, or in the original Thomas and Friends show, the conductors, the people, the mechanisms, and the delivered object would be nothing but smashed Lego pieces. Millions would die and be hospitalized if trains were to actually leap down from the hill, what Thomas just did. The fact that he leap crashed just sickened me.
You won't believe what makes me a little mad, guys. Gordon is now the controller of the railway!
I'm postponing all deliveries until the power is back.
Oh, the indignity.
Sir Topham Hatt, aka the Fat Controller, is the controller of the railway. You can see that he told Reboot, Thomas, and his friends what to do. Gordon should just pull the express. He loves pulling the express. And also, why is he pulling a good train? He hates goods trains. He will just say this.
A goods train, a goods train, a goods train, he grumbled. The shame of it, the shame of it, oh, the shame of it.
Okay,
Did it not watch the
I know
classic
the original
shows?
Thomas and Friends 3D CGI show was the GOAT tier here, but nobody told me that Gordon hated goods trains. But then again, the real Gordon is way better than the fake one. It's very obvious. You know me very well.
Also, Jason, I heard you brought up Sir Topham Hatt. Speaking about Sir Topham Hatt, well, here he is in the reboot.
What?
But he doesn't do it the same way that he really does. Watch these videos that Sir Topham Hatt is doing.
What happened? There's not enough ingredients left for the bakers to make their own desserts. The bake-off is ruined. I was starting to worry something terrible had happened. What's this? It's no use.
What? It kind of looks like Sir Topham Hatt is just doing nothing. He's just nothing like what he normally does. He usually tells engines what to do, but here, he doesn't do anything in the show.
He's just whining.
No purpose.
Complaining.
Where the show defies the law of physics.
This has to be the most unrealistic Thomas production I have ever seen. And I know what hundreds of people are saying right now. Yeah, well, this is a reboot. They can take as many liberties with the source material as they want. Okay, sure. But how can you justify, by neglecting major characters we all remember, butchering the franchise from what it once was since the beginning, and have the main characters do whatever reckless thing they want? This is giving people the illusion that they don't care about quality anymore. If the production crew don't care about what they're making anymore, then why should I care when I'm watching it? As if the unrealism wasn't enough, guess what? They decided to deviate from the source material yet again.
Want some more unrealism? Well, look at this moment where Thomas, Percy, and Nia are standing around a campfire. What the f*** is this?
They're not.
Oh my god!
Aren't they supposed to?
Who thought this was acceptable?
They're just driving
to
casually
defy the
like
laws
normal
of physics?
cars.
There they go again with more realism. How dare they disrespect Thomas into something like this?
This is burning my eyes! This defied the laws of physics even more so than those Mondo TV shows that Saber Spark and Rick Raptor 105 reviewed. Defying laws of physics should be more with Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, or Pink Panther.
Oh, great.
Piece of shiitake planet!
How much worse can this get? Defying laws of physics?
Ears off with a knife.
Doing all of that?
I'm telling you right now, they added songs in his horrid reboot. Since when were there songs in Thomas?
Never.
The songs there are just fucking irritating and annoying. All of them are so terrible. I cannot believe Mattel decided to
I
call
listened
for
one
Kids
of them,
Classic
and
Show
I was like,
for it to turn into an animation and musical
bruh,
show.
you just posted
And do you know what's the worst part?
cringe.
Mattel thought it would be a good idea to make the animation and the musicals like the animation and musicals like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. But the only difference is Friendship is Magic worked well. But
Yes, I've watched the show entirely.
failed to be
Sue
ripoff
me.
of My Little Pony. Oh, listen to this song. You're gonna bang your head when hearing this.
Oh no, not this song, not this song. I heard this song. Oh my gosh. This is so cringe. Oh my gosh. Even the music sucks. Yes!
Snap the fat controller.
Jesus Christ! Hearing this song is making me confused on which song I hate more. This, Baby Shark,
Oh, no,
Pokemon songs,
I don't
that
want to see Baby Shark.
that song that Justin Bieber sang.
Don't you dare think about putting that piece of scrap in front of my face!
You know what? I'm gonna add a little something in there as well because I hate that song.
I give you 3 cheers for Justin Bieber. No.
But seriously, I was only happy because that singer was so annoying and he just got what he deserved. Now, back to the atrocious songs, and they are horrendous!
Oh my god, this music is really annoying. I'm gonna chug. I'm gonna chew. I hate that song.
I hate
Who
it too.
even likes
It's
that song?
not me.
I'm sure that if people do like it, then that's fine because we all have different opinions. But here's something better that Jason sings. Jason, if you may.
Yeah, I think I've seen this.
I'm gonna chug. I'm gonna chew. I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh, he's dead. Alright, moving on.
Jason.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot better than the actual song.
I agree. Serves them right for putting in songs that make us suffer. I mean, it's a kid's show. Of course it's gonna be kids songs. But they did not need to go this far though.
Great singing, Jason.
I mean, how many
Honestly,
songs did they
I
even
would
put in the
rather
show?
Listen to Let It Go and Into the Unknown from Frozen and Frozen 2. Because at least Idina Menzel as Queen
Let Go,
Elsa
it's overrated.
has such an incredible singing voice. Even Jack Black as Bowser when he is singing Peaches is better than that I'm Gonna Chug song. Plus, have you noticed the same way I noticed? The engines can't sing!
Thanks for that, guys. Anyways, all the songs are really annoying that the reboot has. The old songs of Tomas and Friends are way better. I give the reboot songs 0 stars.
You want to talk about banger songs?
How about a negative 1,000?
You want to talk about, like, banger songs? I'll give you 2.
Songs of petulant burden.
Solaris Phase 2 and Nega West Armor Phase 2. You'll
annoying
thank me
for
later,
the show
okay?
Because there is more. You heard me right, people. There is more.
How many are there? Please don't make me listen to more.
And the next song we're about to play is going to be worse.
Oh boy.
Oh, do you really want to know? Find out when we play it. If you may, please.
Fine. This next song is titled Music is Everywhere. No, I have a better title for it. Torture is everywhere! Here's a little sample.
The trains on the meadow go from brum brum, brum brum brum, brum brum brum. The trains on the meadow go brum brum brum.
Can you all shut up? Now, here's a question that applies to every song from this reboot. Am I watching Thomas the Tank Engine, or am I listening to High School Musical? In fact, the singing isn't the worst part of the song. No. The singing is the least of its problems, because at least the actors tried their best. But the actual worst part of the song is this.
The bell in my cab goes ding ding ding, ding ding ding, ding ding ding.
Gosh.
It brings me luck in everything.
Dirty Percy.
Is everywhere.
Don't call me Dirty Percy!
And yet the reboot decided to make him dirty.
Even
this reboot
the
imposter
frickin',
is
like,
indeed
instruments
Dirty
just kinda-
Percy.
Don't even think about it.
Anyways, on paper, the idea of having songs in a Thomas show doesn't sound too bad, but would be better if they're music videos on their own. If the songs don't appear too often, then maybe I would give this the benefit of the doubt.
But in practice, the idea is absolutely horrible.
I mean, look
Feels
at
like
this.
I'm watching High School Musical more than Thomas the Tank Engine. And in all honesty, I'd rather watch that than this. Oh, yuck!
Jeez.
Hey, first off, you got blood on me. Second, never mind that, buddy. Let's just get back on topic. It is very unacceptable to be showing off Percy doing something so crass, which is not allowed to be shown in kid shows. And it's not funny. You want to add some funny moments for
Derek,
Percy?
if you
Use
hear this
one,
part,
for
I
example.
feel bad. I feel bad for you to see that your favorite show. I feel bad for everyone. Their favorite show just got ruined. What the hell is...
You know, that is how to make Oranges Go actually funny. Because one of the characters got what they deserved from the Big Puff. Sadly, that didn't happen. Because All Engines Go is a disgrace of a kid's cartoon.
And we're not going through the next songs because they have the same levels of annoyance and torture and
Yes, please don't.
so much that all the Diesels hate the songs. Myself included, as well as Diesel. But these two right here are the most infamous out of all of them.
See how annoying it is, guys? And also, why is Reboot Percy twerking? Trains don't do that either. Oh,
Like
remember when
bouncing
Reboot
it-
Thomas and his friends started singing? Well, Jurassic said that kids can't sing. The way you said that kids can sing, well, actually, some kids can sing.
Fair point. Anyway, back on
Yeah,
topic.
the singing voices may not be great.
Kill yourselves.
Here's another problem. Listen to their whistles.
Are you listening to this right now? It didn't
What?
sound the same as from the real and CGI series. Reboot Thomas still has the same whistle. Okay, at least someone gave James his own whistle. But in one episode, they give him a different whistle.
Hello, Thomas. Hello, Percy.
Why did they change
Consistency.
that?
What's that?
I
And
never
as
heard
far
of
as
it.
I
Oh,
know,
gosh damn it.
It's only Thomas and
No!
James who have the correct whistles. But as for the rest, they didn't sound the same.
Sorry.
Here's what the original whistles sound like.
Yep.
See? This is what they sound like from the original series. There's taking liberties with the source material, and then there's disrespecting it entirely. Again, it's only Thomas and James who have their canonical whistles, and nobody else.
Even the
But
new
also,
characters.
I want to know something. Who is Kana?
Yeah, who
I've
is
never
this?
seen her before. Jason looked up about Kana, but it turns out Kana wasn't featured in the CGI series. And also, she looks like a Japanese Zero Series Shinkansen bullet train that was introduced to the Japanese National Railways on October 1st, 1964. And all Japanese bullet trains can go really fast.
My guess is that Kana had to be in the reboot. Why can't Kana be featured in the CGI? And here's something weird. When
What's-
Kanna wakes up, she just stretches like a cat or a dog. I know that cartoons are not meant to be realistic, but this is just ridiculous. And the animation is very poor. It basically looks like an animation for a mobile game rather than a TV show. But it's not as horrible as the animation from Food Fight. No. That animation is way more unpolished than this.
That movie's shit, by the way.
I really do. Diesel being friends with Thomas and his friends? Oh yeah, they're friends now, sure.
Yeah, sure, after that little fight. Mm-hmm.
It's a Diesel who tried to frame Duck for something he didn't even do and told lies to the other engines thinking they were gonna be scrapped. I thought there was usually a big vendetta between Steamies and Diesels because in calling all engines in favor of the Diesels, it's confirmed that the Steamies and Diesels are rivals and don't get along very well, with some exceptions like Boko, Salty, Daisy, those kind of Diesels.
I mean, in the original series, it has stories that can be taken seriously, like Tale of the Brave. But at least it had some dark and intense moments in this series, as well as some unintentional nightmare fuel, like Henry bricked up in a tunnel, James's ear-piercing scream after getting stung by a bee, engines getting scrapped, trucks and brake vans getting smashed into pieces.
This is when they were serious.
Of Ari and Bert, Diesel 10, and the list goes on. But here, there is nothing serious whatsoever, and when they do try to take things seriously, it doesn't work, because either the characters are horrible, the payoff is off, and when a situation in general is meant to be taken seriously, or they would just say an awful joke.
Hey, where's the dragon? It's Dragon!
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
And that brings us to another problem. The humor!
I will refer to a certain meme for this, but it already speaks for itself. The jokes and humor aren't even funny in the slightest. Not even a nice try. It is a total epic fail. The humor of this reboot is so fucking boring.
Gosh, damn it.
If I were to torture myself trying to find the best humor here, I might as well have a stroke and go extinct trying to find it long enough.
Want to know the most annoying thing ever in terms of comedy? It's this.
Oh my gosh, shut up!
It's not funny. Whistle, James. He had had enough.
That is so stupid, annoying.
That Reaper imposter looks like he's stoned on cocaine. He's worse than that
His face! I can't.
Oh, how annoying was it? Well, there's a very simple answer to that.
This is so stupid!
The humor,
oh my gosh!
even call it humor, isn't funny
This
at all.
is Thomas and Friends,
There's no
or am I
funny
watching
insults,
a
roasts,
worse
and
version of
comebacks.
Teen Titans
There's no
Go?
funny remarks. There's no funny mistakes. There's nothing funny here whatsoever. They
so
just tell an
goddamn
awful joke
stupid.
now and again.
Do you think one of them is not funny?
Oh my
Well
gosh,
then,
you Patrick
here's
looking
what I
bitch.
don't understand. We saw many accidents in the original and CGI series, but in the reboot, what kind of accidents did they have? Reboot Thomas falls to a mud puddle and he's still moving!
Hold up.
What the hell?
Hold up. Why would they keep moving when they have accidents? That doesn't make sense.
This doesn't
If they
work.
had fire on them, how come they didn't put it out?
This doesn't work.
This is just inconsistent stupidity.
Why did they make this?
And there's more stupidity like when
Why
that
did
little
they
green
make this?
taxi was flying on balloons. Wait, just stop for a second. Here's another clip, because this one right here speaks for itself.
Balloons? Balloons?
And here's something else that really bothers me. Why did Carly become a main character? How did she go from being a giant dockyard crane like Cranky to a crane engine? You have Harvey. He is the actual crane engine.
You know what? I agree with you.
Then again, if they brought him in the show, they
all
would
love
butcher them
movies.
as well, so,
Basically, Astro's favorite movie, along with me, is Thomas and the Magic Railroad. I heard that All Engines Go just made movies and toys.
What? What did you say?
They made movies and toys.
You're
What?
lying, right?
No. No, I'm not.
What?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Look this
Let
up.
me look it up on my phone.
Look this up.
All Legends Go toys. Guys? Trains Alex Car Studios 2003 is right about all of this.
Here it comes. The overreacting will begin now.
Alright.
Oh,
Toys on this?
Aaron, don't leave. Aaron, don't.
Toys on this?
Aaron! I love you! No, I'm done. I'm done. No, you're not. This is bull. I'm gonna.
This is just straight up. It's that Bobo right there.
What is this?
Toys on this?
What is my life?
I don't know.
I can't do it, John. I can't eat.
There's a movie on this. Oh my gosh. This is
I
just.
can't do it without you, and I know you can't do it without me. I appreciate it, but look what we're dealing with, man. Aaron, you gotta draw the line somewhere. Aaron,
Yeah, we.
draw a f***ing line in the sand, dude. Aaron, we gotta make
I'm
a statement.
disappointed.
You gotta look inside
My
yourself
disappointment
and say, what am I
is
looking
immeasurable,
across today? Not
and my day is
this.
ruined.
No! No, don't do it, you asshole! F***ing loser!
You gotta be kidding me. Now they're making more movies and toys? Come on.
What the fuck is wrong with them? Here's the movie, Race for the Soda.
Can't get any worse, can it?
Really? Luckily, I didn't watch the movie.
Okay, good.
Here's something Jason made, and trust me, it's a lot better than the actual title. Race for nothing at all.
Yep.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
My guys is the best roasts. That'll teach them, because if the show itself is getting bad reviews, then why are they continuing the show?
Just why? Surely they could
But
have.
still, why should they make toys? The old
I
toys
don't
of
get
Thomas
it.
and Friends
They
are
make
the
a
best,
terrible show, but they're gonna
these-
insult the franchise
these are
more
not
with
cool at
terrible
all.
movies
And not to mention,
and
there was another movie
toys?
called
What's
Mystery
next?
of Lookout Mountain.
A game?
And throughout most of the
Don't
movie,
make that
the
possible.
engines are scared of nothing, and the so-called mine monster.
Oh my gosh,
God.
that looks.
It's just a miner called Darcy. At least in
Sweet.
the Luigi's Mansion games. It makes sense because of his fear of ghosts. But all the characters here, aside from Bruno, all act one-dimensional. And it all becomes something
Seriously?
out of a chase scene from Scooby-Doo.
This is proof that Thomas and Friends had already fallen from grace. At least the episodes from the original and CGI series didn't try to copy each other's stories by showing a different story for each episode. But here, the premise is exactly the same. They learn many life lessons and solve problems while going about their daily lives doing jobs with help from each other's and the other residents and visitors of the island. This now makes the show just really formulaic.
A formulated pieces of scrap with absolutely no thought or effort put into it, and only thinks about merchandising and not about storytelling or improving the problems from the 24 seasons before it.
This
yeah,
is stupid. His
unfortunately,
face
this
looks
has gone down the
stupid.
same road as Batman and Robin. Instead of giving us enjoyable stories that everyone
Oh my
can
gosh,
enjoy,
I just can't believe
you
they
know,
thought that
the reason the original
this
series was
good.
made in the first place,
These
the
people must
series
be
is
high.
nothing more than a massive, blatant advertisement, trying to advertise as many toys and movies as possible.
But if you think you've just seen the worst the reboot had to offer,
How much worse can this get?
you haven't seen much yet. Now we come to the characters.
Oh no.
Oh, will you please just shut up?
Before we truly talk
Is that a
about the
clip from
characters,
one of my
let's
favorite
just get
TV
this out of
shows?
the way. Bruno is literally the only character that isn't bad and is the saving grace of this awful show. But now, let's get into the awful ones, starting with Thomas.
Oh, don't get me started on the blue popcorn himself!
Thomas,
How
the number one tank engine himself.
could they have ruined
I just want to start by asking, what the f have they done with our number one tank engine? This is
butchered
not the Thomas
him.
we know. This
Butchered
is an imposter!
our boy.
Here's what Thomas's number one looks like. So why should they change it?
And the funnels? They look like warp pipes from the Mario series.
Yep.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No.
Excuse me, I'll stick a mini Mario down there. Give him that downward slope.
Also, how can Steam make shapes?
I don't know.
Like making hands or anything.
Steam can just do whatever they want.
Thomas is always the main character in every single episode. I mean, come on. Can't they give the spotlight to other characters?
Nope.
I know that, Jurassic. Thomas is the best character and a superstar.
Thomas is the best character.
They gave
not this reboot dork. I wish that we could destroy the reboot Thomas because he's nothing like his normal self.
What is this monstrosity? He's the little blue popball, but worse.
He looks pathetic. In one episode they mentioned, oh, we're supposed to feel bad for him. Like I'm supposed to feel bad for this dickhead.
Reboot Percy himself. He's just scared of everything. He's not like that. He used to pull the mail at night. So why didn't they make him deliver the mail at night like he always does?
It's like taking the cowardly personality from Henry and to a further extent, Toby, and crank it up to 11!
Look at this.
If you thought Percy's anxiety from the episode Panicky Percy had skyrocketed to unbelievably over-exaggerated proportions, this is even more so.
Yeah, because he got
He's
scared
probably
from a
the wimpiest out of all the main characters. Going back to the original series again, in Percy's Promise, Percy braved bad weather to help Thomas. In Toby and the Flood, he saved Toby from danger, and in Put Upon Percy, he was even buried alive for crying out loud. Here, though, it honestly makes people who struggle with anxiety seem like they're insane. And I say it's too far-fetched, don't you think? And Luigi
went
was
from
even
badass
more by the time we got to Luigi's
to
Mansion
dumbass.
3. But here, nuh-uh. Percy showed absolutely no signs of bravery at all, because now they've reduced him to an engine afraid of his own shadow. Congratulations!
Diesel himself, being so nice to Thomas and his friends, he should just bully him and his friends.
It's like your standard, everyday, average
he's kind of bullying him and making
which
fun
is
of him. Why should they
lame.
be friends?
And then all of a sudden,
Diesel
friends.
should just be a bully to them. But here, he's not like his normal self.
This is just
Screw Reboot Diesel.
stupid.
That's not the Diesel I remember. If anything, he's more like Nelson from The Simpsons than Diesel. Seriously, this Diesel is an imposter.
Get rid of him.
He's a protagonist now, when he's meant to be an antagonist to set up a conflict.
That is so
Now
lame.
I'll be framed Dutch and told lies to engines thinking that they're getting scrapped. Well, guess what? This guy is best friends with Thomas instead. Also, what is with his forehead? Not
His
all
face
Diesels are
looks
nice.
stupid. Looks like someone smashed him flat with a brick.
Next!
Nia herself. If you don't know who she is,
Insert useless
Nia's from
character.
Thomas and Friends, Big World, Big Adventures. The biggest disappointment ever. She joined Sodor and was featured more in the series of CGI. So now, why is she in the reboot? I guess we'll never know.
I don't know, she's just there
But all
because
I
she's
can
just
tell you
there.
is that she serves no purpose.
Yeah, she's not even doing
whatsoever
anything.
in this show.
Kana herself. Who is she anyway? She wasn't part of the CGI series. She is a Japanese bullet train.
So what's the point of this character?
Just to let you all know, I know every single Japanese trains in Japan.
This just looks
especially from other
stupid.
countries as well.
And he's a trade expert.
Kana's existence is really questionable. And we know absolutely nothing about her. Apparently, I heard that she's the replacement for Rebecca. Come on!
What?
She's just there with no explanation why. And do you know
They
what
didn't
makes
even
me
explain
angry?
why?
She doesn't have a backstory. Wait.
What?
Hang on. Jurassic.
Up.
Does Kana have an origin story?
Does she?
I'm afraid not.
No, I thought not.
She
At least
doesn't?
characters in the original series
Then
got
what's the
introductory
point?
episodes. Even characters from the CGI series like Ryan, Scruff, Hugo, Winston, especially Charlie and the Logging Locos. Kana, on the other hand, doesn't though.
Why?
Talk about pointlessness.
Why add a character if you're not going to
Galloping sausage.
freaking give him a backstory?
Any better at the very
Unless
least.
it's a generic goon, then understandable, but a
We
character?
already saw what Reboot Gordon was doing, being the controller of the railway instead of pulling the express and no longer saying his two famous catchphrases anymore. So Topham Hatt is the actual controller of a railway, and he gives the order to some engines. Also, Gordon's voice sounds kind of familiar to me. What could it be?
Wait, me too.
Astro, are you thinking who it can be?
Oh, I think I know.
The voice of Reboot Gordon is...
Neil Crone!
That's right.
The guy
the
who
same
did
actor in
the-
Thomas and the Magic Railroad who voiced not only Gordon,
But also voiced me! He perfectly nailed my performance!
But why is he...
Me and Jason thought that Neil had passed away. But we were wrong.
But why
Even
is
though
he
Thomas
here?
and the Magic Railroad came out in the year 2000.
Yeah, the voice sounds the same. Oh, and if you guys don't believe us that it's the same voice of Gordon, well, here's proof.
You, Thomas, are small. Small, teeny, weeny, weeny. And I'm a big blue engine who knows everything.
Instead of being thrown away, they're going to Whiff's recycling plant.
Yeah.
I was very surprised that Neil is still alive.
But why is he...
For a second, I thought he passed away.
But why is he here?
But I was wrong. So why is he joining All Engines Go and doing the voice of Reboot Gordon?
I mean, that's the only point
My
they
guess
get,
is
but...
that he wants to join Thomas and Friends again.
how come I never noticed this for like 21 years? Like, what? Anyways, you would think
Well,
the
how
voice
old
acting would
is he?
salvage this reboot, right?
Wrong!
Not even the voice acting in this show piqued my interest. I mean, they tried, don't get me wrong, but they are wasted in this abomination. Next!
Now we got Carly. What really
Crane
makes my
engine
blood
just-
boil is that they changed her from a crane, like how Big Mickey and Cranky is in the classic and CGI series, to a steam engine, like how the rest of Thomas's friends are.
Look, I just don't get this
Why do
show.
they
I
have to
just
make
don't
this change in the
get
series?
why they have to change or
This is
do
giving me
all
a
of
headache
this.
with characters changing their appearances.
Oh, look, we gotta
Just stick with one or
change.
the other. She is meant to be a crane, not a fucking engine.
Sandy, the tiny engine?
What's the point of this
What kind
character?
of a train is that? It's so tiny.
She just pulls out a freaking saw.
All engines are bigger than
And a
that tiny
book.
train. It's almost like a toy.
What?
Huh. But for real, why is Sandy a tiny train?
Who can just
Look
transform
how tall
everything and
those
ride on
other
a freaking
reboot trains
bike?
are. You can't make every train small.
I spit on my
Otherwise,
tablet.
they will be like toys. Not like those toys.
We do have other characters known as background characters.
They
but
don't matter.
I think we can't move on to them. We have Edward, Henry, James, and Emily. Whoa!
I've never seen Reboot
What?
Emily like that before. Also, why is Emily so big? We have some trains that have the same height. Some trains are big, like the Union Pacific Big Boy number 4014, owned by Union Pacific, is bigger than some other trains.
For me, Emily is a great character from the original and CGI series.
How they butcher her?
So why is Emily big? Normal Emily looks like this.
This Emily is cool. We like that version, but in the reboot, she's very big. Don't even think that she can be really fat.
And that brings me to another problem. The character proportions are really, really off. Oh, and the term fat is very outdated. We use the term big boned. But when I saw this, I was like, has she been on super mushrooms or something? I don't get it.
Okay,
How is it I
either.
prefer Rosalina as a giant goddess over this? And did they do anything with Emily? No, not really.
Oh my gosh.
She just goes around pulling a private coach with Sir Topham hat. Well, who does that remind me of? Oh,
Is that all she does?
Spencer?
The self-absorbed one. Rusty red scrap iron. I thought he usually boasts about his bright red paintwork and how splendid he really is. No. This imposter is better off with a coat of orange and brown rust.
We always know that James is a splendid red engine, and he was ready for anything.
Yep.
Also, you never see his paint dirty.
Yeah. In the original series, James has crashed into some tar wagons, got into a runaway without a driver, got stung by a bee, encountered an old tree in his path, got jealous of a hot air balloon, got tricked by Gordon into collecting the Queen of Sodor, which turned out to be a leaky old barge, and also became a laughingstock when his paintwork was pink and hid from embarrassment. He had some great moments, and he had horrible moments like this episode, Apology Impossible. But here? No.
Oh my gosh.
He just says hello to Thomas and literally does nothing else.
That's all. Then
Don't
what's
get
the
me
point
started
of him
with
if he's
Faces
just like,
Edward and
oh hello, oh
looking
hi,
to
oh hello?
anything worse.
Feels more like a
Right?
side character.
Of course not.
Good God, they've neglected them once again and pushed them to the mud! It was bad enough that they got replaced in season 22, but the treatment they got in the reboot is even
Oh my
worse!
gosh, this is stupid.
How dare they insult Edward and Henry fans again! Oh, and do you know what's even worse? Thomas doesn't know their names anymore! And how do I know this? Because of this infamous scene.
Oh no! It's gonna hit those trains!
Edward exploded. Not only did they deny old iron and old square wheels again, but now that scene made me hate that blue imposter even more. Oh, they really ruined the blue puffball's
This doesn't make any
legacy.
sense.
I think the scene should have played like this.
That got me right there.
Now that is more like it. Anyone else?
Oh, and remember that Bruno is the only saving grace to the show and the only character to be spared? And before you all ask, no, we're not talking about the song We Don't Talk About Bruno. I meant this Bruno. See? This is him. And he's a caboose. Also, here's something that surprised me. Bruno's ladder steps are moving. That doesn't make any sense. Ladders don't move. And how is he moving? Cabooses don't move either.
Once again, rolling stock cannot move on their own
This
unless
doesn't
they're
work.
hitched to a train. And
They
in
break the
parallel
laws of
to move
physics
on
with
their own,
trains
the
because
trolls and
trains
trucks can
aren't
move on
supposed
their
to,
own,
like,
even
you know,
though they're
do
meant to
all
be
of that
playing
stuff.
tricks on engines and causing trouble. But compared to every character from the show, he's the only good character. Why? Because at least he adds something good to the show. If you are wondering, yes, I am aware that Mattel just added him in as a marketing stunt.
Yeah,
but
for
it
some
isn't his
reason.
fault. When we get to the punishment, we won't destroy Bruno. So, he will be the only one to be spared. But the rest,
Nope.
no!
Then
Alright,
there's Cranky.
Bruno, toss it aside.
Well, if I remember correctly, Cranky
he'll
in the
just-
original series.
Let's put him into the other
faces
shows,
a
at
bad
least.
temperature because he's initially working day and night without rest. He loves teasing other engines, but however, he does show a bit of kindness. But here, where did Cranky's personality go? Hence his name. Because now Cranky was giving Thomas orders by delivering goods to their destination. But
And she's
apparently
dead.
Cranky didn't know
Don't pick her
and
up!
he messed up all the cargo. Why would he do that? I don't know. But what I do know is that he has little to no screen time. In fact, another problem with the characters we all remember is that they never have any major roles. They just run along the sets as background characters and they say a couple of lines of dialogue that aren't even
Sorry if I'm not
important
talking
in
much,
the
I'm just
slightest,
watching.
or even plot lines.
Because
And finally, we got
Fat Hat
Generic
himself.
comic relief.
We already showed you what he's actually doing.
Yeah,
He's
whining,
just in a
complaining.
panic and probably went crazy. And we got Gordon, who is the controller of the railway.
For real
So,
this time.
What's the...
Why should Sir Topham Hatt act like that?
And since he's the
The
only
real Sir Topham
character
Hatt is
who's
the
like
best controller
there with
of
the
railway,
trains, what's
not Gordon?
What's the point of him being there, since they don't add the other people there to watch over the trains? Since they all are little children. They're like rookies.
When he scolds engines for things that are
Like,
entirely
aren't
out
they
of their
supposed to
control.
be
On the other
experts?
Hand, he's teaching them a valuable lesson.
And
to be
older?
responsible and reliable. Nevertheless, he's so proud of his engines, he finds them really useful. But here, he's more of a generic comic relief and less of an authority figure from the original series. Gordon being the controller of the railway, that doesn't make sense. Engines don't run railway.
No, they
That's
don't.
true. Engines cannot be the controller of the railway.
So that
the
begs the
only
question of
controller
what's the
of the
point of bringing
railway
him there?
is Sir Topham Hatt.
If he's just...
He's such a useless character, even though he's still keeping those nasty steamies around. Let this be his fate for how useless he really is.
I send feeble engines away. Bother, he said. Excellent.
Alright,
said
Thanos
Daisy.
snapped. He's gone forever. Okay, moving on. Pointless character out of the way.
But that won't be his real death, because when we get to the punishment section, his death will be extremely painful and violent.
I agree. I just wish I can destroy that Reboot Sir Topham Hatt. Screw all engines go.
This TV
And
show
like I said, it makes the other
didn't
bad reboots look
need
harmless
to
and makes Family Guy
exist.
nowadays look like The Simpsons. It's just a disgrace to Thomas in general. Teen Titans Go can be ignored as that gets way too much hate. Oh yeah, sure, hate it all you want, but this reboot, it deserves all that hate it has. This reboot
Now I can see why
is
everyone
absolute
despises
travesty.
it.
So,
Which
shall we
means
destroy the characters?
I am
Oh yeah,
avoiding it.
we will destroy those reboot
Because
characters.
I don't get.
But who will be the last kill?
I probably guess that it will be Reboot Thomas.
Yeah, save him for last. Give him
yeah.
the worst.
Reboot Thomas is never getting off scot-free. At all.
Yeah, Reboot Thomas should be the last one to be killed.
Before we move on, we all know that trains don't have blood. They only have oil, so we can't do the kill thing to them. We can only destroy them. But not Bruno, because he will be the only one spared. Maybe Bruno is not that bad, but the reboot engines are bad.
Yep, get
Now
rid of
let's
them.
move on to the final verdict.
I'm going to kill you!
Since we're in the final verdict, now you all understand or saw everything wrong with this reboot.
I saw it
And
all.
by that,
I witnessed it
I
all.
mean...
I don't think I can cleanse my eyes with bleach.
All engines go is not only a disgrace to the Thomas legacy, but this is a disgrace to the Reverend W. Audrey! And do you know what the absolute worst part is? The worst part of all is that we never get a behind-the-scenes look for All Engines Go. No interviews, no footage of the voice actors recording their lines.
They probably
no
even knew
shots of
that's
how they
bad.
produced it, no tour of the animation facility, no
They just don't
podcasts,
want to talk about it.
nothing.
They want to keep this all a secret.
Too ashamed of their own creation to show us the making of the series and its movie, Race for the Sodor Cup.
Cowards.
On this,
All of them.
aside from those who do enjoy the reboot, and that's fine, but to everyone else who despises it as much as I do, skip this monstrosity.
You got it covered. I'm skipping this.
And the rating? Well, we're all giving it a 1.5 out of 10. Just like all kinds of bad media, just for the heck of it.
Aside from Bruno and a few minor redeeming qualities, there is absolutely nothing that can salvage it.
No.
The bouncing, the cartoony imagery,
Everything
no
about it just
consistency,
screams
stupid
cringe.
decisions, realism taken away, and most of all,
I hate this show already.
not only making a horrible misinterpretation of what Thomas represents, but forgetting Thomas the Tank Engine as a whole completely wrong! And the end result was disastrous.
If they continue this,
It's not
they
just
better
the
not.
Steenies who hate the reboot, but also the Diesels hate it. Diesel 10 is not the only one who hates the reboot most of all, but the one recognizable engine we all remember who hates the reboot as much as him is Thomas himself!
Classic
So
Thomas
overall,
would never
one more thing
approve.
about All Engines Go. It's...
Disgraceful, mumbled Gordon. Disgusting, said James. Despicable, spluttered Henry.
Oh, the indignity.
How will we destroy the reboot now?
Your pathetic teams will not help.
Dark God.
The reboot will be destroyed my way.
12 seconds later. Alright, listen up! Before we go any further, we're all going to destroy the All Engines Go characters one by one.
That will be necessary. In fact, I have someone to deal with them. Tell me right now, what is this I hear about this train wreck that is All Engines Go?
Please, my friend,
As you
do
can
the
see,
honor.
This reboot called All Engines Go has everything that is not the Thomas and Friends we all know.
This reboot really ruined our childhoods.
They
We
not only
already
ruined our
alerted some
childhood,
team
they
to
ruined...
join.
Silence! I'm destroying the reboot my way, whether you like it or not. Your feeble attempts do nothing. Anyways, everyone in the All Engines Go universe will all die.
Also, the last kill you must destroy is Reboot Thomas, but don't kill Bruno.
Give me one reason why I should spare a particular character.
Because at least he adds something good to the show.
I see. Anything
Are you serious? Are you serious? I hope none of you hear that.
Anything that means nothing to me, they die.
Dark God.
So my question is,
Do it.
are you ready to destroy this reboot once and for all?
I will only help if necessary. Now, we will kill them all. All engines die.
Let's see how Darkon is gonna do this.
This could be fun.
Punishment time. Alright, best moment here. Make a Flowey? Everyone has arrived. Everyone?
The pathetic fools that exist in this reboot will
Prepare yourselves.
beg for mercy. I will grant them none.
Let's show them. Get rid of that useless twat. Scared. Fury Bowser. Huh? Can't do anything. Make him suffer.
Who am I kidding? I'm not happy. I can't keep pretending to be. Everyone just sees right through it. They probably won't even like me anymore.
Oh, shut up!
Finish him.
Fatality.
Fatality.
That's what I call justice right there. That's for my favorite boys to get to work. Make it suffer! Remind me not to make him mad. It's over. It's finally over. That was amazing, though.
So satisfying to watch this travesty burn in the fires of hell, never to be seen again.
That was actually good.
Well, good riddance
Good
to
riddance
that.
to that
And
worthless
I'm glad my
show.
teammates Bill Cipher, Dark Bowser, and Bowletta came to help. Aside from Bruno being the saving grace, this reboot is really terrible.
I can't believe Mattel ruined
just-
Thomas forever. They will never be the same like in the
I
past.
highly doubt they will ever
as there
redeem
is no
themselves
hope
with
in
this
fixing
show.
it,
If
or
they
making
ever
it
do,
great again.
it would be a
At least
bloody
Modern Family Guy
miracle.
still gives me the laughs, despite
But,
the character
yeah.
flanderization.
I
I mean, don't get me wrong, I still hate it. But
I
looking
think
back
times
now,
have changed
there are
up a lot.
cartoons that are worse than this. Like Alan Gregory, the Problem Solvers, Breadwinners, and especially Ren and Stimpy Adult Party cartoon. At least Modern Family Guy is so bad that it's funny, so I'm gonna give that show a pass. But All Engines
This
Go, on the
show
other
doesn't
hand,
deserve
is
it.
so bad that it is insulting.
At least
I just don't even know anymore. The franchise is never going to improve at this point.
Nope.
Especially when the reboot made the entire series look like a laughingstock to most people. What the can I say about the later seasons?
Well, I don't
the
know.
stories are still formulaic and repetitive, the show is more of a toy advertisement than you may think, and the writing isn't getting any better.
Even their toys are no better. They look completely insulting.
They look like
The Batman
inflated
and Robin
balloons.
toys and figures are laughing at this cheap plastic garbage.
I agree with you guys. I'm glad they've been
That's the
destroyed.
thing that sucks with a lot
and
of
now they've been
franchises.
sent to the scram
I
or the
just hope
smelter's
one day
yard.
some of them
You said
redeem
it, Jason.
themselves.
We should watch the
But,
original
yeah.
and the CGI series instead.
If I ever see bad media right in front of me, they will be sentenced to the scrapyard, broken, melted in the smoldering hellfires of foundries, recycled.
We don't care for these worthless medias.
No longer needed. After all, they can't be really useful if they're scrapped. And
Nuh-uh.
my work here is done, and I shall leave you to wrap things up, because Pinchy is still hungry for some scrap. And remember this, with 10 out of 10 for devious deeds and brutal strength, I'm still the blast from the past, who still hates steam engines, and I still do today. You haven't seen the last of me.
Later.
So in conclusion, if you're a younger Thomas fan who hasn't read the Railway series or never watched the original and CGI series, then be my guest to watch All Engines Go if you're interested.
Me, I'm not.
But if you're an older Thomas fan, then skip the show. It's not worth your time.
No, it's not.
In this case, please resist the temptation. Remember, they not only screwed up Thomas, they also screwed up this icon and this icon. Need I say more?
You're fine, Dogs Eating Dog 6. Besides, I'm glad to be part of the Super Origami Kingdom.
It just sucks that like a lot of franchises get screwed up, but
and you too,
hopefully...
Astro. Before we all leave, we have some extra things to say. First, I will let Dogs Eating Dog 6 go first.
Thank you, Niall. While All Engines Go is not the worst thing ever on TV, I think they really should have known better.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of All Engines Go, Joey Turner did this better a lot of years ago, and thankfully, it's not canon to the Thomas series.
So that's fine.
Because that, alongside many others, is considered a parody series. I recommend you to watch these types of videos because those were really funny and they were pure comedy gold. Also check out my Gangplank Galleon mashup, which came out recently, and the final act of the Origami Kingdom musical will come out in the future.
Can't wait
for the
for
next
that.
episode of the King Ollie Show being the best and worst internet memes of all time, Count Bleck will be in there too. Stay tuned for that.
I'll stay tuned for
right
that.
After this, we're putting rant videos to a complete pause as we shall stick to some positive videos this time. You know, just to take a break. Oh, don't get me wrong, we'll still do them, but not every once in a while, because we don't want that to be the main focus of this channel. However, more positive videos later, Niall will tackle his real despised show of all time. What is it? Well, he'll explain at the end before the credits.
Yeah.
But for now, I shall return back to the Comet Observatory and have a breather. And to quote Poochie from The Simpsons, I have to go now. My planet needs me.
Cover some more positive media, and I probably will as well.
Alright, guys. I do have some extra words to say, too.
Yeah.
I'm still working on the fan-made series like Bambi and His Friends Adventures and the Steam Railway. I'll keep working on them. But for now, I'm planning up for a theme medley, and it's The Fate of the Universe, featuring me as Master Luma, Niall as Mario, and Tamado as Bowser. Right after that will be in the final, or I will call it the grand finale. Doll City Doll 6 as Star Bowser, Tamado as Bowser, Niall as Mario, Super Luigi Brand as Luigi, and me as Fawful. Oh, I almost forgot. Soon, I will do my own rant in Super Origami Kingdom, and it will be the worst character from SML. And who will it be? You better find out. That's all I will say. Now, I must go see my beautiful girl, Princess Luna. See you all next time. Dino Bunga!
You guys better head on to your dimension and stuff. Finally.
Jurassic, do you have any other words to say?
Yes, I do. Coming soon to Super Origami Kingdom, me and my buddy Tamatoa will be doing a MonsterVerse Godzilla review, which includes Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong. So I hope you look forward to that.
I should give those movies a watch.
I better get back to Biosyn and reunite with my sweet Lucina, as I have some Dilophosauruses looking after her. Catch you guys later in the next video.
Well,
here's something I will say, guys. I'm still working on the Titanic video, but it will take some time to finish it. Soon as Super Origami Kingdom, me and Jason will do a duo rant about the worst movie, and it will be Raise the Titanic.
What the hell?
There is everything wrong in there, so stay tuned for that. Now I must head back home. I'm glad to join Super Origami Kingdom. This is Astro Boy, blasting off. Bye, guys.
Later.
Like, share, and subscribe to our channels, fellas.
Now before I go, I have some last words to say. Please look forward to my King Ollie Final Battle Medley remake on my channel. That video will be longer and better than the old version. It will have gameplay footage, own made artworks, and brand new lyrics. And of course, the folded soldiers will be the new additions to the cover. And one more thing about the remake, Olivia is getting a new voice actor, because reasons. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need
Understandable.
to get back to my house because my girlfriend, Mommy, is coming over for a movie night and I don't want to keep her waiting. But anyways, see you later, Niall. See you later, viewers.
That stinking fan outside.
Looks like I'm the only one now. Good thing, actually.
Yeah.
Now, before I go back to the dream world, I would like to say something big and important.
What you got?
I know you're all wondering why I didn't swear uncensored, get really angry, and turn into my angry form. Well, it honestly doesn't piss me off enough to rage, and it doesn't boil my blood like Malekith and Surf's Up 2 did. So that being said,
Those two were the worst.
Is Malekith and Surf's Up 2 still my most hated things ever?
Are they?
Well, to answer that question, no, not anymore.
Huh?
Let me tell you why. There is this show that came out in January 2023, far after All Engines Go came out. While still planning the All Engines Go group rant, this show came out, and I have seen so much hate for the show, with many rant
I know what
videos
you're
on it.
talking about.
I honestly wasn't
I know
planning
what
on
you're talking
watching
about.
this show because of the hate it got. But
I know
since
what it
this
is. I'm not gonna
united
say
the
it.
entire internet,
I'm not gonna
in
say
which
it.
everyone agrees that this show is horrible.
I know what
I
it is.
eventually decided to watch it only to see if it was as bad as literally everyone on the internet
You told me
said
about it.
was. And let me tell you, they are right. It is that bad. I watch 2 episodes per day out of 10, and each episode keeps on getting worse and worse. And somehow, it's getting a second season. Some of my friends also suffered through this show as well and hated it so much. So there's gonna be a group rant on this show starring me, Jurassic, Tony Sonic, Chad Peterson, and Destroyer Shy. And one member on my team. This show is that fucking awful that not only did I lose brain cells and can never recover, but I also lost my insanity and screamed in insanity.
You told me
And
about it. I
that
know what it is.
show is...
I know what it is. It is the awful Velma show. Oh dear Lord. Dear Lord. That show. It didn't need to exist. Haven't seen it, but yeah, not interested. That's coming soon. I'm definitely gonna do a reaction video to that. Well, we got the worst out of the way. So, that's it. We went into the rant, and we gave the show what it deserves. Good thing as well, because it didn't deserve any mercy. Yep, up next is the Q&A and final act. I did my questions, so yeah. Positive stuff, and then the group rant. Wonder what positive stuff they'll cover. Anything that will pique my interest. But anyways,
Look at little Thomas Jr. Gonna cry?
They probably won't even like me anymore.
No,
oh great.
he despised you. You were an embarrassment to him.
Ha ha ha. Serves you right, laughed Thomas.
Alright. That's all, folks. Yeah. Well, that's it. Sorry I didn't talk that much. I was mostly paying attention to what's going on. And yeah, I can see why this show is the worst thing ever made. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me for this reaction video. It's been a long time, I tell you that much. But anyway, I think that'll be it. Hope you guys enjoy. Original video you want to see, link in the description below. And, yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be it. We're done. So, see you all next time. Hugh.